Hope everybody is well. I am Sandra Waldrop. This is my segment on Craft Around the Clock, and you are watching Kingdom Acres. So today I've got a fun little craft for y'all. I'm coming straight to you from my crazy, messy table here in my living room. My family should be getting home from the feed store any moment, so y'all will probably hear lots of clanging and banging and screen door slamming, and praise God that I don't live alone because how boring would that be, especially for me. Hello, Miss Michelle. As y'all come on today, please give me a shout of hello. Let me know where you're watching from, and let me know what the weather's like for y'all. It is kind of gloomy outside, so hopefully we don't get like a crazy storm in the middle of this. I have no idea what the weather forecast is because I did not stop to look. I was too busy last minute trying to figure out what I was going to craft today. Hello. Hi, Miss Patty. Michelle, California, 85. Hi, Tracy. Thank you for having me on Craft Around the Clock. I'm so happy to be here. Hey, Erin. Erin's got a couple projects going on at her house. She's doing big projects over there. So I decided last minute that I was going to need some coffee grunged cheesecloth, so I've been sitting here drying it, waiting for my time. So as y'all come on, I'm gonna sit here and dry it for a minute. At least heat it back up so it'll continue to dry kind of fast. My husband is off today, praise God, so he was able to take the girls and go get cow feed for my 14-year-old cow, and then go and actually cash a check with my 9-year-old. She has a check from the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo for showing her rabbit back in, I don't know, March, April. Oh, downstate Illinois is hot, yes. So I keep doing this fun little thing where I curl my hair and get all ready for my live and everything, and you know, so I don't look like a crazy old ragamuffin for y'all. And look, now my hair's caught in my necklace. And I go outside, inevitably. I go outside into the humidity of Houston weather, right? And hi, Kelsia. And it just, like, there's like water droplets going down my windows. So it's pretty warm out there. It's pretty warm. Anyways, I know y'all can see I've got my tin can going. This was a big can of just like whole tomatoes. That's how I make my tomato soup. And I had made tomato soup last week, and I saved my tin for a project, not knowing exactly what I would do with it. Hopefully this turns out somewhat decent looking. I guess we'll find out. We will find out. We will see. All right, but I'm going to get started painting this, and I'm going to use this moss green, well, it just says moss on it, but it's a green color, moss green chalk paint from Waverly, my favorite Walmart inexpensive paint to use. No, I don't want that one. I don't want that one. I'll use this one. Something bigger. Give me more coverage. What is going on here? What is going on? Okay, I've got dry pieces flying everywhere. That's fine. That's fine. I've got quite a mess to clean up anyways, because this table has been sitting here just accumulating things all week long. Y'all ever do that, or are y'all tidy people? My table will just accumulate all week long, and then just when I feel like everyone's at their wit's end, that's when it'll get cleaned up. But I knew I had my live today, and I'm thinking I might even do a live on Saturday. We'll see. We will see. If I'm not stalking Aaron, I will probably Kansas. My mom told me about a time that she lived in Kansas. She was not a fan of the tornadoes. I think that's what everybody thinks of when they think of Kansas, thanks to Dorothy, right? But I don't know. I would like to visit and see what it's like over there. My thing is that I don't know how I would do in a plane, right? Like, so a few months ago, I received my healing, right, from anxiety. I had horrible anxiety. I received my healing. And the thought of going somewhere in an airplane just would make my palms sweaty and everything. And now I'm wondering if I might be okay to fly in a plane. I don't know. But I feel like maybe. I know Miss Tracy's planning her big meetup in Pennsylvania, Lancaster, Pennsylvania, for September. And I really do want to go, but we would probably drive. Not just because of the plane situation, but because if I get over there and I start buying stuff, how am I going to get it back? I need my big Yukon to carry all of my fun things, right? Plus, my children, like my husband and my children will come. I'm not flying across the country without my family. So if I go, I will be bringing my husband and my two little girls, probably not my adult children because they have jobs and lives and people. Although my oldest daughter might want to come. I don't know. If they want to come, they could come, just get in the car, but I have decided not to get my hopes up on them doing any more trips or things like that with me. Oh, hi, Craft Crazy Company. Gosh golly. So here's what I was doing earlier. I was sitting there and I was like, okay, Ocean Breeze is Miss Mary, okay? BB Crafts is Kimmery, right? That's as far as I got. Okay, I was like doing like a flashcard name game in my mind. I'm working on it, y'all. I'm working on getting everyone's names. I'm sorry. You're going to have to tell me 1,200 times, and eventually you'll be added to the Rolodex in my brain. All right. I'm going to... But I still remember your blingy hard hat. My adopted oldest wants to go. Get on in the car, Miss Jenny. Hop on in. You're invited. I would love to go. Like, junking in Pennsylvania, could you imagine? You could probably, like, buy a used Canon. I don't know. I feel like I need a used Canon. I don't know what I would do with it, but maybe it would look nice on my dining room table. I feel like it's a necessity for my life. I don't know. I don't know. But what if something happens and I do need it? Kimberly, thank you. Yes. Oh, there's my honey watching. Yes, the hard hat. Oh, goodness gracious. I remember the craziest things, y'all. Okay. If you do anything... Yes, I need a Canon, babe. I need a Canon. Somebody tell Mr. Seth Waldrop on here that I do need a Canon. Hello, Lenora. Jenny's bringing the snacks. All right. Yes. The windmill tail. Yes, it's out there. It's out there. Right next to my, my banana plant that I snuck in the backyard. I picked up on the side of the road. What do you end up doing with it? It's sitting back there with my banana plant in my backyard. I haven't painted it or anything. I kind of want to do something with it, but I also kind of feel like, I don't know. What should I do? So all you crafters here, if you oh, cannon or a tank, yes. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this guy. I mean, we're in Texas, so of course you mentioned a tank. I have a story. There's this guy local to us, and he owns a fishing supply store locally called Line Cutters. Right? This guy is brilliant. Like, he went on Fish Tank. He invented this amazing product for cutting like braided, corded, I don't know, fancy fishing line. Anyways, he purchased a deuce and a half for his business. And then, like, after a while, he put it up for sale. And I was so trying to get my husband to get me that. Oh, trellis will be pretty. Yeah, that's a great idea. That's a great idea. But he wouldn't buy it for me. Mr. Waldrop would not buy me a tank. It's not necessary. I mean, it's not really a tank, but it's similar. I just feel like it would be a great apocalypse vehicle. Listen, I know I seem super girly. I grew up with 5 older brothers and no sisters. The betrayal. I got people on my side, honey. Oh, gosh. Hey, look, babe. That piece of trash that I had sitting on the floor in the kitchen. I did something with it. Be proud. Be proud. I'm doing something with it right now. Good afternoon. Yes. Welcome in. Welcome in. Howdy, howdy from over here in Texas. Good old Tejas. Oh, you're from Texas too. Hey, Cindy. Where are you from in Texas? I'm south of Houston. Aw, thank you, Miss Michelle. I appreciate the sprinkles. Hearts, sprinkles, all that stuff. I appreciate y'all. That is one way that you can support me, sharing me out, and, you know, it doesn't cost you a thing, right? So that's great. I haven't started selling any of my crafts here, and, my husband, I think, is starting to wonder what other places in the house I could possibly decorate. I just found the cutest little corner in my kitchen to spruce up with that little coffee grinder I showed y'all the other day. Ooh, Missouri. Hello from Missouri. Poland. For World War II. Really? That's cool. A tank cozy. Hey, I crochet. I'm not that, I'm Corpus Christi. Okay, I love that place. I'm a crocheter, but I'm more like, I can do doilies and I can do like granny squares. When it comes to like, I don't know, 3D kind of things, it's a little harder for me. Maybe just because I can't wrap my head around it. It's like that when it comes to, gosh golly, 10 minutes flew by really fast. I forgot where I was going. When it comes to sewing. When it comes to sewing, I don't know. I just don't know. I am not, like, I can sew like flat things, but when it comes to like making like a shirt or a dress or something like that. I don't know why I can't wrap my head around it. I'm just not an engineer person. Okay, so I printed this rooster, okay, and I just put the opacity kind of low because I didn't want to use up a bunch of ink since I'm going to paint this anyways because I didn't want it black. I want it kind of I'm thinking tan, just a little bit of tan to go on this. I might have to give this another coat though, but while that's kind of sitting there and figuring out its life, we will just figure out our rooster over here. Uh-oh, I missed a thing. I live in Missouri. I can only see the bottom of that. Let's see. I will, if I miss your comment, I apologize profusely. Oh, I'm going to use this one. This is cool. I am not always the best at catching them as the comments fly by, and so sometimes I have to go back and just that's not where I was trying to go with that. This is light mocha. Sometimes I have to go back and read the comments afterwards because I struggle going back and forth. You would think with 4 kids I'd be used to going up and down it like focus. No, her house is a nice area. I love where we live. I grew up in southern New Mexico. Sorry, I was focusing on this and painting and words and all that stuff. I know where I grew up, I promise. And in southern New Mexico, right on the Mexican border, is desert. When I say desert, I mean desert, like desert. And I used to sit and look at my window as a little girl and just like envision the secret garden outside my window. Literally. That's like what I was envisioning, looking out my window. And the Lord was like, okay, you got it, and sent me here. Your great grandma taught me to crochet when you were 10 or 11. Oh, that's sweet. My mom loves to crochet. So I learned that from her when I was a little girl, sitting there next to her and trying and crying and trying and crying. You know how that is with crochet, right? Getting that coordination down can be hard. I've tried to teach kids for 4-H and co-op and all sorts of different things. It can be hard getting that coordination down, especially with little kids. So, but that's okay. Eventually they get it, right? Eventually they get it. And you don't have to be an amazingly talented person to teach kids anything, right? Because they're going to take the little seed that you plant and they're going to run with it. My son, like when he was younger, you know, he barely got into computers a little bit. Like, you know, I'm not a big techie person. He literally took what knowledge he learned from the adults around him, and now he's talking about moving away from Microsoft and, you know, installing Linux, and which, who here knows what Linux is? I have hardly any words. I don't have the vocabulary. I kind of know, but I don't know how to say, you know. So, hello, Miss Lori. Oh, how are you? My eyeballs today, y'all. My eyeballs. I'm going to need to go back to the eye doctor. Last October, we were having our big, there's a bug. We were having our big ladies banquet with church, and it's also Fair Week every year. Fair Week and the ladies banquet land the same week, and I tell you, it's a rough situation. So I was super stressed, doing tables and kid stuff and all those things. And all of a sudden I started seeing this bright circle when I would look down on this eye. Okay. And so I called the eye doctor and they were like, all right, well, we're just going to get you in. Well, the eye doctor was like, I can't really see much. I'm going to need to do more testing. And I was like, dude, I'm busy. Like, can I come back? And she was like, no, this needs to happen today. I was like, oh man, okay. Hi, Miss Leanne. Oh, thank you, Michelle. So anyways, there was a hair on me and it was like grabbing my arm. So I go and, she tells me that, and I was like, I guess do what you gotta do, right? It is what it is. And I let her do what she needed to do. I don't know why I moved that over there. I should have just dried it over here because I can't move on to my next step without drying this. I'll just dry it. So she ended up finding some like weird ocular lattice degeneration, which is not usually a big deal, right? You can have that and never even know. But she ended up sending me to a retina specialist, and they're like, well, we don't see any holes. But I'm going to need to go back because I'm starting to feel like I'm seeing the light a lot more now, which I don't think that that's very good. I don't think so. She does Lennox. Okay. My son is just, these kids just know things, right? Like, they just develop things. You give them a seed and they grow it. Anyway, so now I'm thinking that, because I feel like I should be able to see this better with my glasses on. Or maybe I just need a better prescription. I don't know. I always, whenever I go to the doctor, I'm like, okay, I'm a hypochondriac, so I need you to tell me if this is real or not, basically. First tell me if it's real, then we'll discuss whether or not I'm going to actually let you treat me or if I'm going to go home and eat some cilantro. But, so I'm going to have to go back to the eye doctor. I don't think this is something that I can cure with some cilantro. Maybe if I put cilantro in my eye. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'll have to see what they can do for me. No. But I guess people who have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, it can be a little bit of a different situation, which I do have Ehlers-Danlos, so it's one of those things, you know. Gotta get that cilantro going, see what helps. I try to just do mostly natural stuff because my body is not in any way, I don't have any conditions that are severe enough yet to really need to rely on Western medicine. So if I can treat something with a natural remedy, I will, just because I'm trying to, keep chemicals out and all this stuff. And I already use regular laundry detergent, okay? So my body can only handle so much chemicals. If you talk to like all the crunchy people of the world, you can really end up just like washing your clothes with dirt, I don't know, and drinking only water that you've like collected from a stream yourself and filtered through an organic Berkey filter. I don't know. Low tension glaucoma. Okay. Oh gosh, I'm sorry to hear that. All these eye issues. Maybe I didn't eat enough carrots. I don't know. Maybe I stick like a carrot in there? Can I have some carrot drops for my eye, please? I gotta figure out something here. I gotta figure out something with this eye situation. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm seeing lots of people come in. Thanks for being here. As you're coming in, let me know. Say hi. If you're watching this on replay, please give me a hashtag replay. Let me know that you've been here watching. Isn't this just a beautiful color green? Oh, I love it. I love it so much. I love it so much. So pretty. Okay. I still have some wet spots, but I can't devote all of my time. My gosh. Like time is flying. I'm really wanting to get through this, but if I don't finish right now, I will finish it probably on Saturday's live. Yes. I'm going to do a live on Saturday. I don't know what time yet. Your eyes are just dry. You know, it's a thing, right? You're laying there at night and you're like, what's that feeling? Am I dying? I don't know. You never know. Nobody is going to. Oh, okay. Listen, I got these beautiful, beautiful labels here, and then I decided I needed a chicken. So this is what's going to happen. All right. I got this off of Etsy. I got this just off of Google, and then did it like in a background remover to get my little chicken. Yeah, if it's something weird, I probably have it. I can't watch that show House. Like as a kid, I was like, I don't even remember, maybe like 15, 16, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I have what he's talking about right now. Like, he would be diagnosing somebody with some like rare disease from another continent, and I'd be like, I'm pretty sure I have that. Pretty sure. Okay, let me go ahead and cut out this other one, and I'm going to do the liquid method. I don't want to say water because I'm not using water. I'm using my grunge. I already got it like all warmed up and mixed up and everything because I was doing my my cheesecloth. Oh, that's right. See, I don't remember what the idea was, how I was going to make all this go together, but I knew I needed a chicken, I knew I needed cheesecloth, and I knew I needed a pretty flower something for this. I really wanted to use a flower that would work year-round, which peonies are a beautiful flower that do work year-round. I have an arrangement that has peonies in the base arrangement, okay? And then I swap out the family's home. Dogs are going to bark. Doors are going to slam. And they're like maroon colored peonies. And they work in my Americana decor. They work in my Christmas decor. They work in all the different things. And so I really love peonies for that. Okay, just trying to get most of this off so that I can pick at this a little bit closer to the image line. Haha. All right. So I got the biggest one off of there. Where is all this black ink coming from? I swear that that pen I have over here is leaking, or something leaked somewhere. I'm going to have to clean my table off if I want to find it, though. I do know that much. So I will probably just do my live from my actual craft room on Saturday with no pretty background. But I am wanting to make it pretty in my craft room so that I can stop having to haul in and out of my dining room, because it's not just a dining room. It's a homeschool room. Hi, sweetie. Oh, Miss Doodle Denise Designs. Miss Denise, how are you? How are you? Losing? Oh no, I'm so sorry. That is horrible. That is horrible. But yeah, I am going to have to find this ink because all I did was touch something and I have black ink all over my hand. Thankfully, I make it a point not to touch my face during my lives because I could end up with like a big old smear across my face. I could end up with a smear. All right. So let's see how we're gonna do this. Is this kind of dry? I don't know. I didn't bother to take the glue off, so I'm just trying to kind of work where those glue bumps are and get that covered up. I have wet paint on the back. Hopefully it doesn't mess up with me laying that down. Okay, I'm gonna see here. I'm gonna put this over this. Okay. And then I want this kind of like that maybe. And then this over that. Okay. That's kind of the gist of it. I know you didn't see that well, but it was falling. So we're going to go with it and hopefully it will be absolutely beautiful. What should I use? Let's go with some Mod Podge. Even with the plastic this time, it didn't want to come off. I wonder why. I wonder. Maybe I'm just weak. Maybe I'm a weakling. Very well could be. I'm always needing my kids to come and rescue me with heavy things. Mostly my son, because he's got the big man muscles. He's got the big man muscles. And he has since he was like, I don't know, 8, 9, 10. I've been calling him to come to Mama's rescue. I need this carried in or that taken out or put this in the attic or load this in the cart. Don't want to ask Dad because he won't approve. Then I'll be in trouble. Then I'll be in trouble. All right. Somebody's alarm is going off. What? Somebody having an alarm for? It's a holiday weekend. Are y'all's husbands off too? It is so nice. I have to tell you, it is so nice to be able to send somebody else to the feed store. It is quite a ways out of the way. The one that we have to go to for the cow feed, it's on the other side of the next town over. So, all right, wet paint back there. All right, so that's how that's looking on there. Doesn't that look so cool? I love how the cheesecloth is looking and how the paper pieces are sticking to my wet paint back here. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to flip this back over. Hopefully it'll stay. If not, I'm going to probably end up hot gluing the corners at the very least just to give it some extra stability. But okay, I'm going to do the chicken first. That's what I was going to do. So I'm just going to lay this over here, not on my image. Hopefully get paint all over the front of that. Okay, let me wipe this. Got 10 minutes left. Oh goodness, or 15 minutes left. Okay, good. 15 minutes. I think I can do this in 15 minutes. We'll see. We'll see. At least I can get the main portion of it. I will probably have to do the rest of what I have in mind on Saturday, but that's okay. I will love to see you all on Saturday. Don't know what time. Probably in the afternoon at some point because everyone's going to be tired from staying up late on Saturday doing fireworks, right? Is everyone doing fireworks? We are having everyone, all of our humans, come to our house tomorrow. So that means somebody's going to have to clean the guest bathroom, which the guest bathroom is just like the kid bathroom, right? And the kid bathroom is rarely company ready without a good scrub. And I did get green. Oh man, I just lost a toe. Let's put it back. Poor rooster toe. Poor rooster toe. What are y'all doing for 4th of July? All right. You can't really see him real good on there, but I just kind of wanted a silhouette. I just wanted a silhouette. Nothing too conspicuous, okay? then I'm going to put, because this is going to go kind of over him a bit. So it's not a big deal that he lost a toe, because I'm fixing to cover part of him anyways. Fixing to cover parts of him. All right, that should be a good amount. Hi, my love. What are you saying no about? You're not going to buy me a cannon in Pennsylvania? How rude. What about a tank? Can I have a tank? He's not having it. He doesn't banter like other people's husbands on these lives. So rude. So rude. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, that was upside down anyways. I have to look at this. I would be doing it like for y'all, but I have to look. Otherwise, it's not going to be on here right. Okay. All right. I know that doesn't look quite finished. That's because I'm not finished. Okay. But before I get to like the finishing touches, I have more to do. I have more to do here today. I've got my grunge glaze going over here, and I just like left it open. I was doing something with it yesterday, and I just completely left it open overnight. So now I'm just thinking I want to go over these a bit with my grunge glaze and kind of give them some grunging up. Some grungies. Let's give them the grunge. Let's grunge them. And I can give this a little taparoo. Taparoosty, just to give it that little bit of aging to it a little bit more. That darkened it up quite a bit, didn't it? I'm liking that. I like it. Okay. And then I'm wanting to the back around here, and probably, well, I don't know, to the back, but around the top. Not just the back, but around the top. I'm wanting to add some of those red elements. And so, yeah, I am going to end up having to kind of hot glue that down. That's okay. I've got my hot glue ready to go just as soon as that's dry. You don't want to do it when it's wet. He doesn't either. He answers one word answers and then he walks out. He didn't even answer me. He just pretended like he didn't even hear me. He just completely like, he's like, she's not talking to me. Okay, so I'm using cayenne pepper for this to give it some of the red look, okay? Because I'm really wanting some different tones to it. So I'm going to use this cayenne. Look at that. Doesn't that just give it such a good look? But I am going to have to use some hot glue in that corner. That's going to drive me crazy till it dries. All right. Let me just go over that a bit with my glaze here. Glaze that down. Are we looking on time? Not great. Not great at all. Okay. I'm just gonna go for it with the hot glue, and hopefully it'll do something and not just slide off. Whew, that's hot. I saw some hotness coming off of that. I'm not touching it. Thank you, Jessica. Okay. I'm gonna tap it with the corner of my dill there. Woo. Okay. I've got a lot more to do to this. Okay, so I do hope that you'll come back on Saturday to watch me. I will have to put all this away though, so that people will have a place to eat tomorrow, because I did invite a lot of people over. I love to entertain. I love to have people come over to my house and just be a part of my world. And I feel like Ariel every time I say anything even remotely like that. It's like one of my favorite songs. Okay. Now, let's see here. I put some of the hot glue, so hopefully it'll stay. And let me show you my secret weapon here that I've got. It's kind of grungy and crusty, but I went to the garage and I got some chicken wire. Chicken wire, chicken wire. Chicken wing, hot dog and bologna. That's how you can tell somebody has kids. They start singing the chicken wing song. All right. Let me see. I don't know if I want to just go around it like that. Yeah, probably best if I look at, isn't that cool? I got my chicken, my rooster, all in his beautiful chicken cage, his chicken wire cage. And I'm just going to kind of wrap that around. I'll probably have to continue after the live. Oh, I saw 6 minutes. Woohoo! What more trouble can I get into in 6 minutes? Heaven knows. But, okay. Got my husband's tools. Don't tell him. He's just walking through here listening to me. I tell you, I love these things. I love them because I can do so much with them. I can do so much. And that's going to help keep that piece of fabric on too. So, I get this all trimmed off. Oh, goodness. Grand's favorite little song. Oh my goodness gracious. Yes, that's so cute. I love it. I just think it's so cute. Well, and now they're singing the little lava chicken. Steve's lava chicken. Yeah, tasty. We don't say the H word, so we say tasty and good. Okay. My kids made up a rendition because they know that they're not going to be singing the H word, so they just alter lyrics. They're like, it's fine, we can sing it. All right, so I'm just going to bend over these little pieces and get my fingers all up in that cayenne glaze mixture. Okay. And I'm just going around here. And I can go back and put, you know, instant coffee on things and whatever if I want to. But I'm loving this. And you know what? The chicken wire is scraping some of that paint, and I love it. It looks so cool. All right. You can kind of see the paint all chippy back there from that chicken wire. Y'all like it? I'm liking the rooster behind the chicken wire. I think that's really cool looking. But I am going to hot glue these ends down right here. Hopefully I can do it in a way that it's not super visible. I don't know if I can or not. Let's see. But am I going to burn my fingertips off? That's the real question, okay? And you can see the hot glue. This is going to take a while to do each little prong. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to work or not. Okay. Nope. That's not gonna work. I'll just have to, I'll use my pliers and pull it tighter from the back to make it taut. That's what I'll do. There we go. Because this part I didn't really like try to make it real tight, so I can just like grab my pliers and kind of bring it a little tighter, and it'll bring in that skirt area. There we go. That helped. That definitely helped. That's better. Yeah, definitely better. Definitely better. Yeah? Trying to see below and above and all the things. Okay, let me stick this little chicken tail back in here, this rooster tail. Sticking to my finger. Let's try to get that in there. Okay, it went. Woohoo! It worked. It worked. All right, y'all. That's as far as I'm going to take it today. We got further than I thought we would, so that's good. That's good. This is right where we need to be too. So I'm glad that we were able to get this far. Thank you guys for being with me today. Thank you for supporting my page. Thank you for all the sprinkles, shares, and love and comments. And all thanks, Miss Kelsia. I appreciate y'all so much. Please be sure and join us next week for our big benefit for Miss Sherry Wilson and her family. Prayers going up for all who are grieving right now for her, from my family to yours. Huge condolences. You can catch me Tuesday. I will be making something fabulous and beautiful that I will be auctioning off in the last 5 minutes, and y'all will just pay straight to PayPal, and I will cover the shipping for that item. So anyways, there it is. Thank you for making a homemade home with me, y'all, and take care. Make sure you refresh for the next presenter. Love y'all. Bye.